Hi everyone, it's Nicole E. I wanted to talk to you about lies today. One of the things I want to discuss is lies that a narcissist will say about you. First of all, they only care about their own appearance. They don't care about you. They don't care about the truth. And they only care about what other people think about them. While I was in the relationship, I encountered many lies. One of them was that I ran over his foot. Um, he was standing next to my car as I was driving away because his attitude was very bad and he was treating me very badly, yelling at me, screaming at me. And I put my things in the car and I was driving away. And as I drove away, he kicked my vehicle. And then he texted me 5 minutes later and told me that I ran over his foot. Okay. So I didn't want him to have to pay for an ambulance. So I came back. And when I came back, I said, let me look at your foot because I worked in nursing for 18 years. Then he admitted I never ran over his foot and that he wanted me to stay there with him. And I was just very upset. Now, that's just one of the lies. Another lie that is told is that I am leading a second separate life. Okay. I have never had a separate life. I've always had the same life. And my life was the same before I met him as it was after I met him. But when you invite someone to be a part of your life and they don't want to be a part of your life, that is not your problem. If you invite them to come be with you while you do things and they don't want to, that doesn't make it a second life, okay? I've always done the same thing. I've always seen my children. I've always been there for my family. And it's not a second life. And I don't have to choose between my family and him. You either come with me or you don't. But that doesn't make it a second secret life because I'm not hiding anything. Another lie. I'm a drug addict because I don't have any teeth. Okay, I have diabetes. Diabetes eats your teeth. It causes tooth decay. So does drinking pop, smoking, and drinking coffee. I have drank coffee every day since I was about 12 years old, and I drink a lot of it. I have diabetes. I've always had bad teeth, and just because I have bad teeth doesn't make me a drug addict. I have hospital records full of drug tests through Mercy General Health Partners, willing to release those drug tests that I've passed for years and years and years. I've got over 20 years worth because I am a working person. A working person doesn't pass 20 years worth of drug tests. And they're all through the same hospital, except for a few. But like I said, I am not on drugs, never have been on drugs, don't use drugs. And there was a time when I went and had an accident and I had a prescription for some oxycodone. The prescription had 20 pills in it. I took 9 of them. I never took the other 11. He has the other 11 because I left him because I don't care. I don't care about oxycodone. I don't care about Norcos. I've had prescriptions for Norcos because of my teeth and never filled them, okay? So, no, I am not a drug addict. And also, he said that his previous girlfriend before me was a drug addict. Well, now that I'm the one he ended a relationship with, I'm the drug addict. Everyone's a drug addict except for him, even though he's the one smoking and doing drugs. The girlfriend before me and the girlfriend before her, they were drug addicts. You know? Now I'm a drug addict. Okay? Prostitute. Why? Because when I was a child, I was homeless for a little bit of time. And then I went to live with my friend's father. Okay? That makes me a prostitute. Whatever. You know, whatever. I'm a prostitute now. Because kids beat me up after school. And I couldn't get along with my sister. Her friends were beating me up after school every day. So I left home. That makes me a prostitute. Even though I had a job at the age of 14 years old working for Rally's Hamburgers. That makes someone a prostitute. Next lie. I abandoned my children. I never abandoned my children. Yes, I went to live in England. I had a job where I was working and could take a ton of time off. And I traded with people. The job was 14 hours a day, so that meant I only had to work 3 days a week. I traded time with people. I came home to see my children. I have a full passport full of stamps that I can prove that I visited my children. And eventually, I came back here to stay for good because I had to make a choice. Okay? There was no abandoning my children. I was pumping change into the phone booth in England to talk to my kids. I sent them letters. I sent them money. You know, there was no abandoning my children, okay? That's not what happened. So, just to put the kibosh on that, I have proof of everything that I say. Everything. You know, there was other lies in the relationship. I'm a terrible parent. Ask my children. You know, ask them if I'm a terrible parent. They're going to tell you my mom makes poor choices sometimes when it comes to men. Have I been there for them? My God, I bought a house for my daughter when she was 21 years old, and I put all of the debt in my name, none in hers. Does that sound like a bad mother to you? Okay? I'm supporting my family. I support my children, and I support myself. Before I met this man, I worked all of my life. And I'm working now. If I had a bad attendance record at any job that I've held in the last 3 years, it's because I was with him and I was making poor decisions based on what he wanted, not based on the normal situations that went on and occurred in my normal everyday life. I never missed so much work in my entire life until I met him. I never missed, I've won attendance awards. So there's a ton of lies going around. Another one is that I'm sleeping with a black man. I'm not sleeping with a black man. The last person I slept with was my husband. That was in November the 22nd, the day before he kicked me out. I didn't abandon my husband. He asked me to leave. This is the second time he's asked me to leave. I never abandoned him. He told me to leave. You're going to get your shit. Another lie that he says, that I was using him. That is also not true. He asked me to quit my job and come to be with him. He offered to support me. I never asked him to. He offered to buy me those vehicles. I never asked for any of those vehicles. As a matter of fact, after I was with him for a while, I said, I think I need to get a job. It is not fair to you to be paying my bills. As a matter of fact, I offered to pay him back for the vehicles more than one time. There was no using going on. He put my name on a bank account that had over $20,000 in it, and he still has the bank account, and I never take anything out of it. He took he took all of our tax returns. Half of those tax returns I was entitled to. He took them all. He also took my final paycheck from a job in his bank account, but complained that I spent a $10 on myself for dinner at China Star Restaurant. So, I'm just posting this video to set the record straight. Just talk about narcissists and their lies and the things that they say, and some of the messed up, crappy things that they're going to say about you. And I guarantee you that if he said his ex was a drug addict, when you become his ex, you're going to be a drug addict, whether you are a drug addict or not. You know, nothing is ever good enough for them. The truth isn't real. And as a matter of fact, even if you tell the truth, you're not telling the truth. As far as my healing goes, that was a cat, sorry. As far as my healing goes, I'm doing very well right now. And I'm sort of feeling like I want to stop making these videos because I'm sick and tired of feeling like the victim. But on another note, I'm not going to sit here and not help people and not explain certain things to them about these narcissists and why they say this and why they say that. I'm telling my story, not for myself, but because other people are going through the same thing right now. And, you know, I just want you to know that whatever you're going through, whatever you are going through, if you can find just this much strength inside of yourself, and you can look right up into the heavens, you can get up, and you can make it. And don't you ever let anybody tell you that you can't. You can get out, and you can make it. Okay? No matter what, you got this. Because there's absolutely no reason to believe that you can. It doesn't matter how much he belittles you. There's no reason that you can't make a good life for yourself. Anyhow, it's really hard for me sometimes to post these videos, and it's really hard. You know, I have a wedding ring on my right hand instead of my left. Do you know why? Because I deserve that commitment. I deserve that love. I deserve to be married with a husband that actually loves me. That's what I deserve, because I'm a good person. But I will never have that now. Not ever. Guys, stay strong, and if you have any questions, you just give me a shout. I'll be there for you. God bless you. Peace out.